Brexit fishing victory for Boris as EU deal to be signed today. Downing Street has declared it as won on the issue of fishing in Brexit trade talks with the EU. The final details of a trade deal are being negotiated right now as Lord David Frost and Michel Barnier go over the final details of the pact. For months now, the issue of fishing has plagued talks with neither side willing to give ground on the issue. But yesterday a breakthrough appeared to have been made, with a trade deal set to be announced in the coming hours. Express.co.uk understands the compromise on the issue will see Brussels hand back 25% of the value of fish it catches in UK waters over a 5.5-year transition period. A NO10 insider has heralded the outcome as a victory for Britain. They told Politico. Even before the end of the transition period, we will take back control of 130,000 tons a year, enough to stretch to the South Pole and back. After that we can fish and eat every damn fish in our waters. While NO10 was this morning claiming victory on fishing, French officials have been briefing the media. The UK made huge concessions on the issue in talks over the past 24 hours. Final negotiations on fishing quotas for exact species of fish are still ongoing as Lord Frost and Mr. Barnier look to seal the deal this afternoon. Prime Minister Boris Johnson and European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen are expected to hold a phone call to sign off on the deal once agreed. Irish Foreign Minister Simon Coveney told RTE Radio there is some sort of last-minute hitch related to small text of the fisheries agreement holding up the announcement. He added a deal was still set to be announced today, adding, "Certainly the momentum and the expectation is that we will get a Christmas Eve Brexit deal, and I can tell you that will be an enormous relief." Mr. Johnson and his European counterpart have spoken on the phone on at least 4 occasions in the past 24 hours to clinch a deal at the last possible moment. Last night in a phone call with his cabinet, Mr. Johnson is understood to have told his top team he needed their help to sell the deal to the rest of the party. Once a deal is finalized this afternoon, the Prime Minister is due to hold a press conference to share the good news with the country. The EU transition period, after which point the UK is freed from following Brussels rules, ends on December 31st, with whatever deal has been negotiated between the two sides due to come into effect from January 1 next year. MPs are braced to rush back to Parliament next week to vote on the deal ahead so it can be passed into law before the end-of-year deadline. Eurosceptic Tories have vowed to carefully analyse the deal negotiated by the Prime Minister before they give it their blessing. They want to ensure the government has not compromised on its red lines before backing it in a House of Commons vote. Fishing is one of the areas the influential European research group of backbench Tory MPs is eager to closely examine. Last week, Commons leader Jacob Rees-Mogg put MPs on notice they could be forced to return to Parliament next week to vote on a deal. Currently, MPs are not due back in Westminster until January. Speaking in the House last Thursday, Mr. Rees-Mogg said, "Should a deal be secured, it is the government's intention to request a recall in order that Parliament may pass the necessary legislation. Parliament has and continues to do its duty and has long shown it can act quickly and decisively when needed. I'm sure the whole House will agree the country would expect nothing less." Wednesday, December 30th is expected to be the date a deal is voted on in Parliament, less than 48 hours before the trade deal will need to come into place.